Happy Sunday, everybody. In today's video, email, essay, what have you, I'm going to be talking about setbacks. Setbacks are extremely common when it comes to attempting any type of behavior change, habit change, or endeavor. It's part of the process. Science tells us that most diets don't work. Most people start with a fitness or nutrition New Year's resolution, and eventually they taper off after a couple months, a couple weeks. So setbacks are extremely common. So what we're going to talk about today is 5 steps you need to take when you experience a setback, because you will experience a setback. Every single person does. Even the most dedicated, hardworking, high IQ, whatever advantage you have, you will suffer a setback, whether it be in your control or beyond your control. So today we're going to talk about 5 different steps that you will take in order to help you overcome the setback and get back on track. Regardless if it's a health and nutrition goal, this applies to almost everything. So 5 steps, here we go. Okay, so step 1 is to remind yourself of your growth mindset. So individuals that have the growth mindset believe that their efforts will result in improvement. So what that means is, regardless of your setback, regardless of your obstacle or your challenge, by pushing through or just going through the process and moving towards your goals, you will improve. What that looks like in the realm of fitness and nutrition and setbacks is, for example, let's say you have an extremely busy week and you were scheduled to do 3 resistance training sessions that week, but no matter what, you couldn't get to it, whether that be time management, things came up, you were stressed out, you didn't sleep, could be a number of things. Someone with that growth mindset is like, okay, so this week just happened due to this, this stimulus or whatever. What can I do to make sure this doesn't happen again? How can I learn from this experience and move on? Instead, if you say had a fixed mindset, you get down on yourself and you say, these things always happen to me. This week is just another indication that I'm not going to succeed in my journey. I missed 3 workouts this week, just like last time, or the last time I attempted this fitness thing. I'm just going to go back to my old ways. So we want to get rid of that mindset, and it's not going to happen overnight. It starts by understanding what the growth mindset is and starting to incorporate those thoughts, even writing them down, and then just kind of making that your first response. So remind yourself of your growth mindset. The challenge or obstacle or setback that you just suffered, that is going to help you become better, regardless of how far you have to kind of build up or recover from said setback. Okay, so step 2. So after we remind ourselves of our growth mindset, we're going to take one small action to move us in the right direction. So back to our fitness example, we missed our workout. Say it's Sunday night. One small action to help us get back on track is to schedule our workouts the following week, or even to just go on a walk that night to get the ball rolling, to get our body ready to kind of move and do some more exercise throughout the week. You can even maybe, if you want, you could buy yourself a fancy new piece of fitness equipment so you're more motivated to work out. Find a new workout, find a workout buddy, whatever. Just take one small action that's not hard to do to move you in that right direction. Okay, so step 3, once we have our action in place, we're gonna change our environment. So the environment can be many things, but mostly could be, say for example, if we're talking about that fitness thing where we missed our workouts during the week, maybe we missed our workouts because our workout space was crowded and we didn't do a good job of cleaning it, or it was occupied by something else, or we just, if you're working out at home, you're so fatigued from being at home and doing Zoom sessions. Instead of doing it at home, go outside and do your workout, weather permitting, of course. So it's important to change your environment. If we're talking about, not hitting a nutrition goal, maybe literally like eating your breakfast outside, or instead of eating your breakfast at the desk where you just rush through it, eat super fast, and you don't allow your kind of hunger hormones to catch up to you, and so you double up on whatever, your snacks, or have more sugar cravings throughout the day. You change your environment, you purposely sit at your dining room table, you eat slower, you're not working at the same time. So those are some environments of changing your, some examples of changing your environment. And let's move on to number 4. Once we figure out a way to change our environment, number 4, this is one of my favorite ones, is find some support and some accountability. Now, this can come in many different shapes and different forms. Some of the most popular ones is get a workout buddy. So, you missed your workouts last week. You're like, all right, I'm going to call up my friend, my significant other, or my kids. I'm going to be like, hey, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. or 5 p.m., we're going to work out together. Or if they, you don't have a workout buddy, you just get someone to call you at those times and hold you accountable. Like, hey, I need you to call me or text me and tell me to work out. So getting that accountability is huge. You can also, look into getting a coach. So, if you may have a coach currently, like some of my clients. If you're suffering a setback and feeling like it's going to be hard to get back on track, use your coach. Text them, call them, be like, hey, this week I need you to be on top of me. And me as a coach, I encourage this with my clients. So, when we do our weekly check-ins and we see maybe past week things didn't really go according to plan, we have certain setbacks. I'm like, all right, listen, let's schedule your workouts, and then I will literally call you or text you or buzz you at that time, during the start time and then at the end time, just to make sure you're on track. So use that accountability. And step number 5, the last step, is to basically learn from your setback, learn from your mistakes or your failures, collect data, whether that be quantitative or qualitative, and make sure it doesn't happen in the future. Or if it does happen in the future, it's mitigated. So instead of missing all 3 days of working out in your week, you only miss 2 or you only miss once. And for me, I have I love data. And I love the information it provides. So I go to the quantitative sense. So for example, I check my fitness watch, like how did I sleep? How many steps was I getting throughout the week? And that helps me make better decisions if I suffered through a setback. You can keep a journal or just literally write down your experience. Like, hey, last week I couldn't hit my workouts because I was so busy at work and I didn't make time for them. Even though I knew that maybe 15 minutes before a meeting, I could have gone on the ground, did some push-ups, sit-ups, did mobility, broken down my hour-long workout into 4 15-minute bite-sized chunks. So there's a lot of ways to go about this. The biggest thing is to just learn from that setback, learn from that failure, write it down, record it, keep it somewhere that you can access. So the next time that it happens, you're like, okay, let's look at the data, whether that be quantitative or qualitative. So the qualitative is like journaling or writing down. You can even have a video essay, it doesn't matter. Just write it down, make it permanent and written in stone, and that'll help you learn from your mistakes. All right, so that was 5 steps to help you overcome any setback that you may experience during a process, right? Whether that be fitness related, nutrition related, or just life related. Try this the next time you suffer a setback, go through the 5 steps, and let me know how it goes. It's super important to learn from your mistakes. Again, that number 1 thing, the growth mindset, just learn from your mistakes. And you don't necessarily have to be better the next time. Just write it down and understand what are the triggers that prevent you from staying on track, because setbacks will happen, whether they're in your control or not. And being prepared and having an itemized checklist to go through when they do happen will decrease the amount of anxiety and the amount of resistance you'll have to get back on track. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or have any other techniques or strategies that you like to use when suffering a setback, feel free to let me know, message me, comment. I don't know where I'm gonna put this video, but if there's a way to talk to me there. All right, have a great day, everybody.